FM KSJS San Jose. You're listening to Judas, and this is a special Halloween show at the dawn of betrayal. Yeah! Ha! What? My God, man, this is Judas. Halloween this week, man. Last holiday in the year. It's better than Christmas. And I'm like, God, I didn't want what I want. I didn't get what I want. You got candy. Get the hell in the other room and eat it.
Oh.
Jeez.
I got candy.
Kids overloading on sugar. What the hell's going on? Wednesday mornings are filled with music, strange news, and love advice. On Music for Guys Who Like Music, Steve Sager and COD Kenny bring you the best in metal, punk, and pointers on how to be a slick lover. That's Music for Guys Who Like Music every Wednesday morning from 6 to 10 a.m. right here on 90.5 FM KSJS. Yes, that's right. Man, gonna have some kind of special Halloween show for you, I guess, today. I'm gonna go back into my memories, pull out all these damn crazy dreams where I've killed people and things, and bits of reality where things are after me, man. Yeah, things from the spirit world. Huh, what? Jeez, I even throw in a hitchhiker story here or there. But, there it is. Wasn't sure if I was going to be able to pull this off. Yesterday I was walking around really kind of pissed off, I guess. I was just very, very angry. I felt like Tony Miller, walking around just fist clenched. Especially at work. I'm on the dock. I'm just like, ugh. I was in pain, man. I'm not going to tell you where I was in pain because then if you see me, you'll just hit me there and it'll be all over maybe or something. I don't know. But, just let me know. I will just let you know I was in a lot of pain yesterday. And so I got to sleep about, I don't know, midnight last night. Get myself a couple hours of sleep. And there I was. I drifted off. Next thing you know, I'm walking around in the city with this knucklehead D-Day that I knew from the Army. Not from the Army, from Michigan State. He was in the Army too, but, I don't know. He wasn't in my unit, and I wasn't hanging around with him then. He was down the road. That's about it. But here I am in the city at night, walking around, going to this party. I'm on this bridge. Bridges are always something, you know. It's like you're passing to a new realm. I love bridges because, I mean, what are we doing? We're constructing something out of nothingness to get where we haven't been, so we can kill everybody on the other side. That's what bridges are for. Why do you think they're blowing them up in war all the time? I gotta build that bridge up again. Boom! Yeah. Lee Marvin and all those guys, they were always blowing up bridges, man. But, so I'm crossing this bridge and it's nighttime. And apparently going to this party or something. And, I'm going across this bridge and all of a sudden there are cops everywhere. Some guy's dead and the cops are trying to move people along and everything. And they're looking at me like I'm on drugs. And I'm like, I'm not on drugs. You know, I was lying because I had a stash in my pocket. In the dream, of course. But, anyway, there I am walking along, you know. And I get inside. I'm trying to remember all this because I woke up at like 2:09 when I was waking up at 2:23 and just laid there and thought about it because it was a wild dream. But, there, you know, it's a dream. Some of these things you're not going to know, and I'm not going to have time to tell you. So I've only got 4 hours here, man. But, so here I am walking around inside, and I'm walking around, and I'm stoned in the dream. I'm just walking around. I'm like, wow, you know? And, I stumble in this room. There are rooms everywhere. It's like a cavern type thing, maybe inside of a, what's his name, Alistair Crowley's house, for all I know. I talked to some girl last week who's been in his house. She was hanging out in a bar and met some guy. She was with her friend, and took them off to some place and then took them off to some other place, and they walked in and they were in Alistair Crawley's house up there in the damn lion pen and the glass house, all this crap. And she didn't even know who the guy was.
Anton LaVey.
A couple guys living there said there was a parrot that ran the house. But, I mean, that's like a dream in itself. But here I am, I'm just wandering around and stuff, you know. And I walked in, and there was like this overweight, ugly woman with a lot of makeup. She was a hooker, of course. There were hookers everywhere in there. You could buy them, rent them. And I just kind of stumbled into that room. And it's like, she's taking my pants off. And I didn't want to be with her, you know, because I'm saving my money for a good hooker. And there she's taking my pants off and getting her face all up in my lap and everything. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. And she climbs on top of me. I'm like, hey, get out of here. And I pushed her off and I got out. I'm like, geez, you know, I don't have that much money. And next thing I know, everybody's really upset because I was turning that hooker away, you know. And I couldn't find my stash. And I was pretty upset. I'm like, my stash. Next thing I know, there's this big guy, just really big guy, all upset, you know, screaming at me. And I'm like, geez, my boots are there, and I'm putting my boots on. And he's like, what, you gonna kick me? And I'm getting ready to, you know, kick this guy in the groin because he's a really big guy, and I'm thinking I'm gonna have to fight. And next thing you know, this guy that's kind of like C. Thomas Howell was when he played Jim Halsey in The Hitcher, just this youngish kid, but he was really cocky. And he's like, come on, let's go. I'm like, what? And he's apparently taking me to, do my penance or something. And he takes, what the hell did he do? He sent me in with this woman, and he took my wallet. I'm like, hey, man, I only know I got like a 20, a 5, and a 10, and some ones, and that's what I've actually got in my wallet. I'm like, hey, man, I don't have that much money. I was saving. He said, that's all right. And he pulls $1 out, and he pulls out 40 cents out of his pocket and gives her $1.40. I'm like, all right, there it is. We move on. Go into this other room, man. And there's this big blue guy with suspenders on, and he's sitting there, and it's really quiet, and you hear somebody on the phone going, yeah, we got to get the police, and there's domestic violence in the other room, and it was some sort of Broadway show. People getting beaten up, things broken all over the place. I'm like, wow, hey, man. And then, I don't know. I get pulled in the other room. Something's going on over there. I don't remember. I can't even remember this stuff. I thought I did, but next thing I know, I'm like, oh, on the way in, I remember looking up at this clock tower. And there was just a clock, and it didn't work. Next thing I know, oh, yeah, on the way in also. I was like the 4th person in, and they were counting. I had like angel wings at that time. I don't know what's going on. But so then at the end of the dream, here I am. It shows that clock face, and it shows a spiraling staircase, and it shows them counting off people. And there I am, the 4th guy, and I got these wings, man. And next thing I know, I'm in the clock, and I'm pointing my arms, and now it's 1:20, and it's in the middle of the afternoon. And I'm like Keanu Reeves in The Matrix. I don't know what's going on there, but that's who I am. And I'm standing there, and I'm just like, wow. And then I get flipped out. I'm hanging over the damn city, and I'm looking down at the street, and I start yelling and stuff, and it pulls me back up in the clock, and the clock is working. Now I'm the clock. And it was just like a weird dream, but D-Day was gone, long gone. I didn't have to deal with him. That was the best part of that dream. Anyway, let me see what else. Dreams of death, man. Well, let me start with a dream I had in high school. I'm sitting there, I'm at the football field, man, running around, early morning dew, sun coming up. Next thing, I'm at my house, and my loving wife is standing there. I say, oh, baby. I go to hug her and kiss her. She pulls a big-ass knife out from behind her back and sticks it right in my face. So I'm standing there dying with this damn knife sticking out of my face. Then it shows outside the morning light and the mailbox, and the credits roll up. I'm dead. Movie's over, man. They say you can't die in your dreams. That's a lie. It's only if you can't handle it that you die. Zombies have always freaked me out, man. I don't know. It's just the multitudes. They're everywhere. Here I am. I'm in the Army. I'm in division headquarters. There's like this labyrinth maze, man. And I'm running through, because it's a screwy place inside anyway. I'm running through division headquarters. I'm all over the place, man. And there's zombies everywhere. And I'm struggling, getting through them. They're trying to eat my flesh. And I'm just overpowered by them. There are huge amounts of them. And as I'm falling down, I remember this time that I heard that in a dream you can pull out anything you want. You can just pull out chainsaws and things. And I've always wanted to kill somebody with a claw end of a hammer, boop, right in the head, peel it open, just like on maybe Friday the 13th Part 2, Jason put a claw end of a hammer into the groundskeeper's head. Ever since then, when I was a little kid, I thought, wow, that'd be neat, boop, and so here I am going down under all these zombies, and I remembered that you can do anything. And I pulled this hammer out from behind my back, flipped it around to the claw end, and just knocked that thing into that damn zombie's head that was closest to me, about to eat me, over me. And in zombie dreams, you have to hit him in the head twice. Remember that. It's not like in the movies, you only have to damage their brain once. You have to hit him twice, always, consistently in my dreams. And so I pulled that thing out, and I cracked that thing in there again and gave it a yank, and all these damn rotted brains are falling all over my face. I'm like, man. It was pretty disgusting. I got up swinging that hammer like Thor, making my way towards the exit, and I broke my way outside, and I look, and in the parking lot, there are all these zombies just stumbling around up by the trees and stuff. I was like, oh my God, there the zombies are, the multitudes. The dead keep on dying, and they keep coming back. Remember that. Hey, well, I might as well play a damn message and go on with this stuff. I thought I was going to have about 4 hours worth of dreams and weird occurrences, but I'd shoot. I've only been through 2 dreams, and we've got another 3 hours and 50 minutes left, 40 minutes left. I'll talk to you later.
Thirsty for new music? Tired of the same station playing the same...
Hi-oh! I am in a world of change. Yeah. What the hell, man? Los Gatos Elks Lodge, 1857, would like to point out that Halloween is near, and many children will be out trick-or-treating. Please drive with care and caution, especially around the schoolyards and apple orchards and residential areas. Children are not aware of traffic hazards. They have other things on their minds. It's up to us, the adult motorists, to keep a sharp eye out for them. This important community reminder is brought to you by Los Gatos Elks Lodge, 1857. On the air because they care about our children's safety. Yeah. I'm Svartner. Tastes like chicken. Ugh. All right, so there it is. So shortly after Monsignor Kaminsky tells me that I am no longer going to be blessed by God and kicks me out of being an altar boy, won't let me become a priest, which is my life calling, I start having these weird occurrences, man. If God won't have me, the dark side will, apparently. I'm like 11 years old. I'm laying in bed sleeping, and you ever just wake up in the middle of the night and you're looking around, you're like, what the hell's going on? You're wide awake. I always used to do that, and I do occasionally sometimes, but it's not like every night or anything. It's every once in a while, every 6 months or something, And I wake up like that, and I'm laying in the bed, and I'm in my room, And I'm sitting there, waiting, listening, and usually you can feel a presence. I felt presences before that. Suddenly I hear thunk, 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 thunk. Something coming up the wooden steps from the basement. Somebody's walking up the stairs. There's supposed to be nobody downstairs. And I'm sitting there thinking, what the hell's going on? There it's coming steady, even, up the stairs. And it comes into the kitchen. It stops at the top of the stairs. And it's just like stands there, pauses, and you can hear it step onto the tile, you know. I'm thinking, uh-oh, where's it going now? And it starts walking, turns right, goes across the tile, and the footsteps get softer as they come onto the carpeted floor of the hallway towards the bedrooms, you know, the sleeping area where we're supposed to be safe. I'm the first bedroom on the left, man. I'm the first door. What's it going to do? It's going to come into my room. And I always used to leave my bedroom door open, you know. You know, a lot of kids, shut the door. Nah, I used to leave that door open because I figure if Frankenstein or some other maniac is in my closet and he comes out in the middle of the night and the door is closed and he's stumbling around, he's going to run into me, you know. I figure the door's open, he can get his ass right out of there and go do whatever he's going to do. Go to the neighbors, man. But so, here I am, I got the door wide open, and it's coming down the damn hallway slowly. I hear it padding down the hallway. And it turns into my room. And I'm laying there, and I'm thinking, just be quiet, man. Just act like you're sleeping, and it doesn't have to kill you. I'm thinking there's some guy, you know. And so I'm just laying there. And the footsteps come steady and even across the tile floor of my bedroom. And they stop right next to my bed. And I'm laying there acting like I'm sleeping. And I can just hear it. Just breathing, you know. I'm laying there, I'm freaking out, but I'm sleeping, you know. Don't wake me up. And it stops. And it turns around and it goes back out of the damn room. Takes a right onto the carpet, padded carpet across the dining room, across the tile in the dining room. I hear it hit the living room carpet, and I just bolt out of my bed. Yeah! Hitting lights, running down the hall into my parents' room. There's somebody in the house. There's somebody in the house. What? Jesus. You know, it's early morning at like 3:30 in the morning. And my mom's like, there's nobody in the house. She said, yeah, there's nobody in the house. My mom says, I said, there's somebody here. My mom says, no, there isn't. Al, show him. And my dad says, who, me? And I'm like, Jesus, man, you got to go kill that guy. And so he gets up. I'm just sitting there freaked out. You know, there's something in the house. He checks out the whole house, goes through the basement. All the doors are locked. All the windows are locked. There was nothing there, man. But there was something there. I mean, I'm sure it's not going to stop on the way out and lock the window. Oh, there you go. I'm sorry about that. I'll be seeing you later. Sorry to put a fright into you. I was just looking for some milk or sugar or something. You know, so here I've got things after me, checking me out. Yeah. So anyway, there's that. Now you know things are after me. And, well, let's see. I can't do this all chronologically. I'm just going to start telling dreams about killing people, you know. Where is it? There I was. I'm in the Army. My roommate, some jackass, he's some guy from the Philippines. He has these nice little samurai swords on the wall. He's got all kinds of little decorations around. He's got some girlfriend that he lives with off camp, off base anyway. He's got all these decorations around, trying to suck ass. Oh, you guys have a really nice living area. Screw the living area, man. I'm just here to drink. But, so he's got these samurai swords on the wall. They've got a dull blade, you know, they're just round. What the hell is that? Shaped like a sword, but it's not sharp at all. It's not going to do you any good. So I got this dream. I'm walking through this dark house, like, you know, like offices and stuff in there. And I go into this room, and there's Freddy Krueger. He's like, yeah. And I always kind of wondered, what happens if you meet Freddy Krueger in your dreams and he kills you? Do you die? I mean, who knows? It might freak you out enough. And so he's coming at me, and I happen to see those damn samurai swords on the wall, God bless them. I grabbed the big one, I'm like, yeah, and I start swinging at this thing, and we're fighting, joust, dueling, you know, he's got these hands, clink, 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 ching, 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 I'm like, yeah, and finally I get him off guards, and I just hit him in the side of the neck with that damn thing, ow, funk, funk, funk. I'm chopping that guy like a tree, man. This thing's dull. It's not cutting anything. Finally, his head comes right off. And as his head comes off, all this light comes blowing out of his neck. Brilliant light. Stuff's growing everywhere the light hits. Flowers coming, animals coming out and stuff, and people coming out of the shadow. They're like, yeah! I saved the day. So, you know, there's Freddy Krueger. I still don't know if you die if you get killed by him in a dream, but you gotta have your wits about you in those damn dreams, man, otherwise they get you. I don't know. What else? Killed all kinds of people. There was another dream, short one. I'm just sitting there. It's dawn, you know, like the dawn of betrayal. Just early morning light. They're either early morning light dreams or they're night dreams, and it doesn't always coincide with the time of night that I'm having a dream, but, you know, here I am. Early morning light. I'm in this pit. You know, like the retards, how they make them fight. Well, I'm in this pit, man. And there's this big guy, like some kind of Conan type thing. All these people, yeah, kill, kill, kill. And I'm like, what, hey, what? And this guy attacks me, and I'm fighting him, you know, and he's just killing me. Big guy. And I just grabbed a hold of his neck, you know, around his Adam's apple, and I bit that son of a bitch out, and I felt blood spray all over me. I'm like, what, hot, jeez. And so then everybody said, yay. And now I've got to fight more people. Can you believe that? I mean, what do you got to do? I think I escaped, and now you got to fight more people. But there's more killing. Hey, you know what? It's time for one of those little special messages. And, well, might as well do it. You may get sick of listening to this after a while, but I've got a lot more dreams to tell. Pit fight dream crossed off there. I can't remember them all. I've killed Jason, Jeffrey Dahmer. I've killed everybody, man. Anyway, here, listen to this.
Food Not Bombs is looking for volunteers like you. It's a food action organization which focuses on free food distribution and education of our community. Food Not Bombs recovers vegetarian food that would have been...
Bombs. Yeah, you know, those damn eating dreams. I had a dream once I'm in this damn small little hut village. I'm just hanging out, you know, walking through the village, daytime. And these people tackle me, and they got this damn crazy-looking giant tapeworm, got spines and scales and antennae and stuff, and it's just like, ah! I'm like, ah! And they're trying to put that damn thing inside me. I got away. I don't know. You can call it phallic all you want, but that stuff freaks me out. And that, I guess there's a perfect reason for it. They've never got me with that thing. Access Bank Mortgage reminds the women to have screening mammograms at recommended intervals. Today's low-dose state-of-the-art mammography can detect tumors too small to be discovered by touch. Early diagnosis can mean that you'll have a better than 95% chance of successful treatment. So don't delay. Schedule your appointment today. It may save your life. This reminder is brought to you by Access Bank Mortgage. Their number is 1-800-661-2765. Or you can visit their website at www.accessbank, that's spelled with a C, ACCESSBANC.com. They care about the health of the women in our community. Can't say that I've ever had a mammogram dream. I don't know if I would. You know what the hell? Ah! Yeah! So anyway, there I am, man. I'm going to sleep, see? And, well, my roommate, once again, is not there because he's out screwing some crazy woman. She must be crazy if she's hanging out with him. Nobody liked that guy, Bamberger. He said, why you get out of Army? He says, what are you going to do? I said, I don't know. I'm going to go to college. I'm going to make some money, man. How much do you think you can make in the Army? I said, hell, I don't know. I mean, out of the Army. I said, oh, more than I can make in this hole, man. The Army's left for people who really, mostly can't hang in the outside world. Or they get a wife. They knock her up. What do? You can't go looking around for a job when your kid's starving to death. I mean, you can put them on your back and pick up cockroaches and stuff, but that's about that. Hell, the other day I was walking down the street, and I had just gotten out of the gym. I had worked out. I'm smoking a cigarette. You know, I got my work shorts on. I look like tennis shoes. I just getting ready to go to work. I look like a complete dolt, man. Here I am walking down the street. Jesus. And I get to the corner waiting to cross, and I look down, there's about a 2-inch cockroach sitting there flattened. And I started thinking, you know, is that karma? What did that guy do in his other life? It was so bad that he became a cockroach, grew up, and got stepped on by a person. And then I thought, well, wait a minute. What is it that says that must have been a guy before? I mean, who's to say that the humans are the apex of the damn karmic wheel? I mean, geez, it sucks being human. Yeah, look at the squirrels out there. They're running around. They're having sex and gathering food and hanging out. And people throw them food and stuff. They're like, They got rabies. They're not affected by it. I would like to get rabies. Just so, you know, I could get somebody to follow me around with a video camera a couple days. This woman's like, watch out for those squirrels. They'll give you rabies. I'm like, I want rabies, you know? Give me a couple days with a video camera person following me around. Hopefully they'll make it through the trip. And then give me some shots when it looks like I'm about to die, you know? And while I'm in the hospital recuperating, I can sit there and watch the video. What the hell was I doing? Oh, my God, I did that. Wow. You got people cut up, people in the room with you that you attacked while you were rabid, you know? But, anyway, so there it is. And I'm looking at that damn cockroach, and I thought, well, what happens if you get killed as a baby and you haven't had enough time to suffer for the things you did in your prior life? You didn't just not come back? You know, so what the hell? I don't know. And, so I walk across the road. I'm smoking my cigarette. I'm walking down the street, thinking about karma. And I think, man, I really have to spit. I hope there's nobody around to see me. And I spit. Big gob of spit, you know. I was needing to spit. Just as I do it, I'm like, oh my God, that was disgusting. And I'm hot, sun beating down. I hear beep, beep. And I say, what, huh? And I look up, and there's just this really sweet young girl that I'm very attracted to that I know on campus. Just beautiful girl, and I'm just like, God, take me out. But she's got some boyfriend, and I'm like, you know, I'm not going to go hunting people. I guess when she figures out what she wants, she'll come to me. And I'm like, oh, no! She wants some guy in a pair of dirty old work shorts that spits and smokes cigarettes, I'm sure. So I run around to the damn truck where she's at the parking stop sign. I said, did you see me spit? She said, yeah! I'm like, oh, no! And I said, you know, I told her this story. But, here, listen to this. What?
Hello, and welcome to Radiophone, a service of 90.5 FM, KSJS. To choose film scores, press 1. To choose...
Yeah. So, anyway, back to Bamberger. He's not there, you know. I'm in my room. I'm sleeping late at night. And I'm listening. This Guns N' Roses had just come out. There was one morning after we got done running and everything. And we're in the room after the shower. He's got the TV on, and there's CBS Today or something, whatever the hell. And they're talking about, you know, Decline of Western Civilization Part 2. And they show Guns N' Roses, and they got Welcome to the Jungle! You know, so there's that. And he says, oh, those guys, I hate those people. And I said, wow. So I went out that night, and I bought Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction, of course. And you know what I'm going to tell you? That's an excellent album. I don't care what you say. And so I'm listening to a lot of Guns N' Roses. And I'm going to sleep, and I would go to sleep to the music, you know. And then the next morning, I'd get up, go run 7 or 8 miles, get back, take a shower while I'm getting ready to go to work. I'd just flip the tape over and turn it on, you know, and listen to another side of the damn music. And so here I'm listening, and Rocket Queen's going, and I'm laying there, I'm going to sleep. And all of a sudden, boom, this damn thing just clicked. It just shuts off. And then for a second, I started to think, wow, that's odd. But I was overcome by this sense of serenity. I'm like, wow. I remember thinking, I've never been so peaceful in my life. And so there I am, thinking about how peaceful it is. Also, I get sucked out of my body. I'm up in the damn corner of the room, you know, looking over my body, laying there. I've got my eyes open. I'm just laying there, you know, dead-like. And there's this dude. And it's really gray, you know, the whole room. It's that nighttime gray. You can see everything, but it's, you know, dark. There's this guy, and he's got, like, this cloak, and he doesn't have the thing on or anything, but he's just, I suppose he was bald, it seems, but anyway, here he is over my wall locker on the other side of the room from my bed. And he's standing there, and then he just starts walking slowly towards my bed. And I'm up there in the corner of the room watching, going, what the hell's going on? And he's going for my bed, and as he's getting near it, he reaches his hand out, and he's reaching over towards my face. As he's about to touch my face, I can see myself there with my eyes open, you know. I'm like, wow! I suck back into my body, and his hand comes. I can see the hand still coming. Now I'm in my body, you know. It's hovering right over my face, coming over, and it touches my eyelids, and it closes them, and it's cold, ice-cold hand, I'm telling you. I'm like, yeah! And I got sleep paralysis. I'm laying there going, ah! 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 And yeah! I get up, flip the light on. I'm like, what the hell, man? You know, because there's some weird stuff that goes on to me. And so there I am. I'm like, Jesus, you know, this thing, what? I'm looking under the bed and stuff, you know. When the wall locker, there's nothing there. I'm like, geez, man. Wow. It was too real, but I said, well, you know, whatever. I went and got a drink of water and took a pee. Went back to bed and looked around. I said, all right, I suppose it's okay. So I eventually go back to sleep. That'll freak you out, I'm going to tell you what. Next morning, I get up, go run 7 or 8 miles, come back, take a shower, go to flip the tape over, and I look and I see there's still some on it. I'm like, what the heck? I put it back in, turn it on, and there it is. Here I am, your Rocket Queen. You know, it's still Rocket Queen, the last song on that damn tape. I'm like, wow. Physical evidence that something shut that damn thing off. It's out of control, man. I'm like, wow. So, there it was. Another real-life experience there. And so, well, there was another time while I was in the Army, my cat jumped up into my bed. That's not so fearful, but that'll freak you out, too.
See that thing?
Because the cat's been dead for years. Our cat disappeared when I was still in high school. It would go off, come back, go off, and it always fought with the neighbor's cat, Big Tom cat, and she was just a bitch cat, you know. And, one day, you know, it'd been gone for a while. My mom comes home. I'm at school. She comes home. There's from the other side of the garage in the dark. She's like, what the heck? She goes over, opens the garage door, looks in, and there's a cat laying there, all mauled. Cat next door probably beat the hell out of it. It's got maggots coming out of it, you know. It's just laying there going, "Meow." And it's like, oh my God. So she called my brother Steve up, who's the hunter. He comes over with a gun, boom, shoots it in the head. And he doesn't want to bury it because it's a family cat, you know. He feels bad. He doesn't want to have to bury the thing. He shot it. He did his part. So when I get home, I got this dead cat in a plastic bag, like a Safeway bag. My mom says, you got to go bury the cat. I said, okay. So I took it back to the back of the property. And I dug a hole, put it in there, covered it up, put a damn marker on it, go home. Next day, my mom's like, oh, that's nice. I see you marked Kitty's grave. That was the cat's name, Kitty. We really cared about this cat, you know. Don't bother naming the thing. Yeah. Anyway, she said, I see you marked Kitty's grave. That's nice. She thinks that I'm coming around being a nice guy. And I said, well, yeah, I'm going to have to know where it is in a couple months to dig it up and look at the bones, you know, and check out the rate of decomposure. She went back and took the damn marker off. What do you do? So now I've got is a bunch of lizards and rats and Pepsi bottles along the fence line that I have to go dig up sometime. She won't let me keep the big animals. But, anyway. So there's that. I don't know. There was another time I dreamt that I was in my living room, you know. I'm in my living room back home. I had this dream while I was going to college at Michigan State. And I'm in my living room in the middle of the day, and I'm like, bah! And you ever have those dreams where you're just stumbling around, you can't stand up, and people are pointing at you and calling you drunk, and you're like, I'm not drunk, I just can't stand up, you know? You're usually in a cafeteria about that point. But I'm having one of these dreams. I'm having trouble standing up, and I'm holding my guts, and everything's really fuzzy and blurry. I'm like, what the heck? And then I see my buddy, one of my friends that was in college there, too. And he's next to me going, bah, falling around himself. And I look, and we both turned inside out, man. Got the membrane on your eyeballs sticking the wrong way. Everything's fuzzy, and you're holding your intestines and your heart and your lungs, and you're trying to keep them up. You don't want to get them on the ground. They get all dirty. You get infected. So you ever have one of those turning inside out dreams? Those are pretty neat. But once again, they'll freak you out. If you don't have any of these dreams now, I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to enrich your dream world. Everybody's always like, oh, my God, you're going to sleep? There's enough time to sleep when you're dead. What are you going to get done when you're sleeping? I'm going to tell you what, some of my memories from sleeping are a lot better than the ones when I've been walking around getting yelled at by stupid people, I'll tell you that. Nutcases. You can get a lot accomplished sleeping. It's a whole other reality. I've come to the conclusion that you can probably, when things are going really bad for you in life, that you can, 90.5 FM KSJS San Jose. You can probably act like you're sleeping, you know, and go, oh, I gotta wake up. And you know how you wake up from a bad dream or a nightmare or something, or you're like, God, I'm late. I gotta go to the gynecologist or the, proctologist or something. You can wake up. I figure when things are going so bad, you can probably just wake up to another reality, you know, and there you are. You're like, wow. You got women all over you, people throwing money and stuff. Woo, woo, woo. Beer in the swimming pool. Tell you what, how's that for a reality? Anyway, you know what? I'm gonna play a song. Play me a song, you're the piano man. Play me a song tonight. 'Cause we're all in the mood for a melody. You've got it feeling alright. I guess that's where we're at. It's squeezling time of the season.
where you don't know whether a dream is reality. Your reality is rife. What better time to talk to the people that don't seem to understand who you are than now? Here, when the veil is thin, you can say anything you want to these people that aren't sure how to talk to you anymore. This is your time. This may be bad advice, but this is your time. You get to say whatever the hell you want. You get to talk about what we call reality, and you get to talk about how things might actually